Isaac Brown, Jake Fennell, Zach Austin. We've got Mr. Hunter Warren here with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself, what position, and your number.
My name's Hunter Warren. I play fullback and linebacker, and I'm number 35.
Nice. How long you been playing, Hunter?
I've been playing football ever since third grade.
Wow.
Long time.
It's a long time. What's your favorite memory, maybe from Little League?
Little League?
Yeah.
I'd have to say my third grade year. We won the championship.
Yeah.
And I grabbed the trophy and took down the field running with the hands up in the air just like that.
Nice.
So excited.
Yeah. Little League, that's always fun.
It is fun.
That's where
Listen
it's at.
to We Are the Champions on the ride home.
Oh, that makes it even better.
It was.
What's your favorite memory so far in high school?
State championship.
State championship?
Oh,
Easy,
yeah,
right?
Easy. Just those final seconds ticking down, me and Seth Wilson looking at each other and just
Right.
celebrating.
Yeah.
Like, we were in shock.
Yeah. So, what do you think so far about this year?
Honestly, I think we're a lot better
Yeah.
than what I thought we were going to be.
That's good.
I mean, I know we lost Dax and stuff, but
Right.
I really think we're going to be really good. I really think we can make it back.
Right. I really do. I think so. I think you guys got a lot of weapons. I feel like we got maybe more depth this year, especially in certain spots. You know, that's key as you get into the playoffs. So we'll just kind of jump in. You know, last week played Cedarville, won 49-0, had the shutout.
Yeah.
After the game, Glenn came up in the press box. Y'all held them to negative 50 yards rushing. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And if I remember correctly, he said he don't remember that ever being at least that much, you know, not negative 50. So how does that make you feel?
Makes you feel good.
Right?
Makes you feel like the job was done.
Yeah. Yeah, they only had 47 yards of total offense, but negative 50 rushing yards. That blows my mind.
Jeez.
Especially for Glenn to say, to my knowledge, I don't think I've seen that before. So,
God,
I mean,
that's for Glenn to say that.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And it was the 81st shutout at Bearcat Stadium. So, I mean, that's always pretty sweet as well, right?
It's always expected.
Tell me a little bit about the defense. We talk about the defense a lot. You and Seth, in a way, are kind of like the leaders, so to speak, of the defense there at the middle linebacker spot. But just walk me through the guys on the defense and just how everything's flowing pretty good right now.
Well, I mean, on our defense, we got a lot of speed.
Yeah.
Lots of speed. And, I mean, which comes speed, comes power.
Right.
We got a lot of hard-hitting guys on the team. D-line, I don't think anybody could block them.
Yeah.
Nobody. There's no 3A team I think could block them.
Right.
D-ends, they're fast and
Yeah.
they're physical, very physical. You really need that on the edge to force that run back inside.
Right.
And then, at our cornerbacks, that's probably our fastest position.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's getting by them. I know we've had questions about them, but I think they're really good.
Yeah. We was talking about it up there in the press box. I feel like this year the secondary is just a little bit better than maybe in the years past. You know,
Taking a big step.
Taking just that, like you said, that big step forward and just getting better. And so you can't really complain about that.
No, we can. Yes, sir.
And it's kind of like the bend but don't break kind of mentality, you know.
Yes, sir.
Opponents are only averaging, I think, around 10, 11 points per game. Especially, you know, playing teams like Poto. That was a real big game. I know that's back in week 1, but what's that like playing a team from out of state?
Coming in, we knew we had to defend our home turf, but we also knew we had to defend our state.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like a borderline rivalry in a way.
Yeah.
They were a good team, very, very good team. Probably one of the most physical teams I've ever played.
Oh, wow.
But we came out and we did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Got the job done.
Now, on offense, 476 yards of total offense, almost 500 yards.
Good grief.
80 of that through the air. So, which I was like, wow. I mean, in the last, I think, 3 games, it's been probably about 60-plus yards passing. I know Coach Crowley wants to, you know, you guys kind of throw some more, but with guys like you and Damari rotating in at fullback, and then you got the 3-4 guys there at halfback with Niedert and Todd and Lentz and Dromer. It kind of makes it just a hair difficult. I mean, you guys can catch, and you got the 2 guys on the outside as well. Just walk me through the offense real quick.
I mean, the depth really helps because a lot of teams don't have that. They'll have one dude who's got to play the whole game, and he gets tired.
Right.
And he just, get to the fourth quarter, he's worn down.
Yeah.
Well, you got, depth at fullback, depth at halfback. And I was talking to my dad about this last night. We got something that not a lot of teams have.
Right.
That we can just swap in those players and not lose a step.
Yeah.
And we can just go in there. It's like the other person never left.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
So, and you're talking about that, you know, switching people in and out. Jace, you know, he didn't play against Paris. You had Red in there. And talking to Damar, last week, he's just like plug him in and go. I mean, that's just phenomenal. From a fullback perspective, is there any difference for you when maybe Rhett comes in compared to Jace, or just kind of like Damar? He's like, man, we're just going right back where we were.
No, I had Rhett all my ninth grade year, and
Right.
it feels more natural with Rhett
Yeah.
in there. If I'm being honest with you, I
Yeah.
love Rhett. He does exactly what Jace does.
Yeah.
I mean, he does what he's supposed to do.
Right.
And, I mean, it kind of feels a little smoother.
Right.
But I love both my quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to have, if one goes down, just it's pretty much the same guy coming in.
Right. Yeah.
Just maybe a little hot difference.
Yeah. Just a little.
Just a little bit.
I asked Damari this last week and Seth. What's your favorite? I may have an idea, but what's your favorite offense or defense?
Defense.
Defense.
Defense. Yes.
How come? What's different about defense that it's just head and shoulders above offense?
You get to put the punishment on people.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you get to put the punishment on offense, but you get to hit somebody every single play.
Right.
And I like that.
Yeah.
And it's just it's awesome to, this may sound bad, but it's awesome to just demoralize their offense by stopping them and hitting them every single play.
Yeah.
And just letting them know that you're not giving up a step.
Right.
And it feels good.
Yeah.
I just love defense. Always have.
Well, I mean, they say defense wins championships.
That's
so.
right. And you saw it last year.
Hey, for sure, right? Last year, with all the guys you had, you spent some time playing and rotating in. Got to play some freshman year. Do you think that kind of helped you any? You and Lance getting to play some that your freshman year on the high school level, and maybe talk about that a little for maybe younger kids that maybe at some point that might happen to them.
It was, I'll be honest, that whole day I walked into first period, I think it may have been science, and Chase Shelton walks over to me, he tells me the whole situation, and my face just goes, what?
Yeah.
It dropped, and I was terrified.
Right.
But I knew, it was like, I don't have a choice. I have to go in there and I have to be the best that I can possibly be.
Right.
So it was scary. Probably got pancaked like 3 or 4 times. They were big dudes. It was a big jump.
Yeah.
But I'd say after 2 or 3 games, it felt like football.
Yeah.
It just felt like normal football to me. And it is different.
Right.
But I really think like coming into my sophomore year, I'd already had that experience, and it helped a lot.
Yeah.
It really did.
So, what is Hunter's goals for this upcoming year?
Well, I'd like to get All-State.
Yeah. Yeah.
All-State. Hire more tackles than what I got last year, of
Right.
course. And then state championships.
Yeah.
Always state
Always.
championship. And I want the offense to do good as well. I want us
Right.
to have I want us to like get close to that record.
Yeah.
Most yards that we had. What year was that?
I think it was 2 years ago. It was 5,700 somewhere in there.
Yeah, we got the horses to do it.
Yeah.
I think our offense could do it.
Yeah, and then there's been I think maybe probably about 5 times that the Cats have eclipsed the 5,000 rushing mark. And like you said, I think you got the horses up front, really.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
I should say the hosses up front. That makes the difference, really.
I believe our O-line is the heaviest it's ever averaged.
Really.
I think so. I was talking to
Nice.
Coach Hadable about that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We've noticed, the line is a little bit beefier, but honestly, they still move pretty quick too.
They do.
You know.
Yeah. Tell you about it. I see it at practice. See one of them coming towards me. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Yeah.
What the heck? Where'd you come from?
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll jump into Hackett real quick. What can we expect going into Hackett? What can we expect from them and maybe from y'all?
Hackett's got a dude.
Yeah.
He got one dude. He's super fast. I don't want to demoralize the guy because I know him personally. I like him.
Yeah.
Got really good vertical speed.
Yeah.
We got to put some licks on him.
Yeah.
Put some licks on him, and I think they'll lay down.
Right.
Because if he's out of the game, I think we're good. I think we got it good. You should expect just trying to play fast.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of trying to contain that quarterback, keep him from going to the outside. Offensive wise, just trying to outfast him, outspeed him to the outside, stuff like that, or just be more physical.
Right. Hey, I like that. That's kind of what Bearcat football is.
That's
We're just
right.
going to hit you in the mouth and then, like you said, just
Make you
demoralize
take
you.
it.
Yeah. Take it. Whether you don't like it or not, I'm still going to pop you in the mouth, right?
Yes, sir.
So outside of football, what do you like to do, Hunter?
No, I like to go hunting.
Yeah.
In fact, I was probably going to go hunting after this.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
not too bad.
Nice weather.
Right.
But I hunt. I talk to my dad a lot about football. Me and
Yeah.
him like to sit down on Saturdays, watch the game film, go over what I could have done,
Right.
stuff like that. I play a little bit NCAA football.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love that game.
Yeah, for real.
That, and then I hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
Little golf.
Oh.
Kind of time. Not too shabby at it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Just that's about it. I'm a
Hey,
pretty simple guy.
That's all right. That's not too bad. So are we gonna see you on like the PGA Tour and stuff? You get older, maybe?
Oh boy, God, that may be a stretch.
Maybe a stretch.
May see old Jeremiah Shaw though.
Oh, really? Hey, all right. That's not too
He
bad.
talks like he's going to be.
Well, you can only play catch me on a mini golf course. That's about it. um, what else we got here? Walk me through game day for you. What's Hunter's maybe go-to meal? What's your day like?
Well, I learned that I can't eat rice.
Uh-oh.
Let's just say that.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I wake up and it's focus.
Yeah.
It's focus. I mean, I wake up, it's focus. I do everything to a schedule on Fridays. I get up at a certain time because I like to keep everything the same. I'm
Right.
superstitious.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
superstitious. I mean, game days. I love the pepper rallies. It ain't like anything else.
Right.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And that takes the stress off a little bit. Takes a little bit of the nerves out. I'm happy to go around.
Right.
I get back from I go to eat, usually Subway.
Yeah.
A steak and cheese sandwich, nothing else on it. Steak and cheese.
Hey, you can't go wrong there.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
I love that sandwich. But eat that up. I usually can only eat about half of a
Right.
6-inch.
Yeah.
Because I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. And then I get to the field house. We do our thing.
Yeah.
Throw the shoulder pads on. By the time I throw them shoulder pads on, the stomach, it gets me.
Yeah.
So I go do my business.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I come back and then I'm good to go.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to go. Put
Right.
somebody's face in the dirt.
Hey, that's good.
That's right.
Yeah. Couple more questions, then we'll get you out of here. Get you to that deer stand or whatever.
That's right. Yes, sir.
After high school, I mean, I know you got 2 more years, counting this year. What's your plan after high school? Maybe want to play at the next level? Or, I mean, I know you've gone to some camps and stuff, but
Yes, sir.
what's your plan after school?
If I get the opportunity to, I'd love to go play college ball.
Yeah.
Especially at a school that preferably has physical therapy
Yeah.
in their majors or like kinesiology, something like
Hey,
that.
that's pretty good.
Go play football for 4 years,
Yeah.
and then about that time I'll have my undergrad, go to physical therapy school.
Nice.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
that sounds pretty good, man.
Or if I can get a 30 above on the ACT to get that full ride,
Hey, that'd be
That's
even
right.
better.
I could walk on anywhere.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your dream school? I mean,
Arkansas.
Arkansas?
Always,
Oh,
yes, sir.
good. Right
Arkansas.
on. Yeah.
Arkansas, or you're gonna hate me for this one,
Uh-huh.
Oklahoma.
I was going to ask if you was an Oklahoma guy.
My dad went to Oklahoma.
I
He
thought-
got scholarship on there.
Yeah.
So I'd always pick Arkansas over Oklahoma.
right.
Hey, screw Boomer Sooner. I don't like them.
Did you give your dad a bunch of fits, especially since OU's joined the
No,
SEC?
he don't like Oklahoma no more than
Oh,
I
does
do.
he not?
But
Oh, okay.
he played there because they recruited him.
Right. Hey, that's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, sir.
Final question here. Always try to end with this. What's something you would tell a younger kid that wants to be a Bearcat someday? What's advice you would give them?
Well, that's a good question. I'd tell him don't give up.
Yeah.
You gotta put in the work. Got to put in the work on and off the field.
Yeah.
And don't do anything dumb.
I like
off the
that.
field.
Yeah.
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 Just good grades. That's important. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Just to keep your head up. Don't give up. Bad
give up.
play. I know. Especially me when I was in little league.
Right.
Bad play. You got to get up and you got to keep going. Can't
Yeah.
get mad at yourself.
Now, I like that you said, don't give up, keep going. Do you ever feel that way? I mean, I hate to put you on the spot, but, did you ever get to the point of like, man, this is just hard and difficult? Like, I'm going to quit, or just like, no, man, I'm going to grind. I'm going to be a Bearcat.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand where somebody would think that.
Right.
Because football is hard.
Yeah.
And that's the exact reason why you should play it, because it is hard.
Right.
And you should do hard things in life to make yourself a better person.
Exactly.
But no, every time I've done something bad, it just motivates me to go do better.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
Well, I guess that's about all I got for you, man. You got
Thank
anything
you,
else
sir.
you want to add in there?
I'm good, thank you.
Sweet. Hey, appreciate it.
Nice
Good
to
luck.
meet you, sir.
You too. And we're back here with Coach Crowley, week 5. I think it's week 5. Week 5 already? Wow.
Flying by, ain't it?
Oh, man, I can't believe that. Second week of conference. Come in here, beat Cedarville last week, 49-0. And talking to Hunter there, did you realize y'all held them to like negative 50 yards rushing?
I knew it wasn't much, but I didn't know it was negative 58
Yeah.
until you'd said that, really.
And Glenn to come up there, and he said, I don't think I've ever seen this, the
Yeah.
whole negative 50. We've y'all held opponents to, negative yardage and stuff
Right.
before, but to that, only 47 yards of offense. And I feel like the defense is kind of our strong point. That might be bad for me to say that, but, I mean, you're only averaging 10, 11 points given
Yeah.
up. I mean,
Yeah.
your offense is doing good as well, but
Right. Yeah, our offense is, we haven't really had that game where we just, everything clicks and
Right.
goes, hadn't been, as smooth as we want some things to be, but the defense, going back to week 0 against Poto, just has kept us in every game we've played and has given us a chance to be successful. And I think you arguably got you'd have a hard time finding 3 better players than Seth and Damari and Hunter over there on the defensive side. So when you can have guys like that are extremely physical, quick, and just fly around all over, your defense is going to be good, and then the other guys just feed off that.
Right.
And those 3 guys bring a lot of energy every Friday night.
Yeah. With those 3 guys, I mean, they're all really just headhunters.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for them to. They're like, especially Hunter and Seth. Damari's right there with them. Your leading tacklers on the team.
Yeah.
Tackles for loss. Damari gets in there on the sacks and tackles for loss, and just wrecking havoc, on that D line.
He does a good job up front, and then Hunter's starting to play really well now that he's, finally gotten healthy. So that's been the biggest thing with him. He didn't perform kind of up to his standard or our standard for the first couple games, but he was, a lot of people, he was hindered with a couple leg injuries there that had slowed him down, and he's gotten healthy. He took a, TP, did a lot of rehab with him, Dr. Andy, and got him healthy, and he's starting to really play like he needs to.
Right.
Yeah.
He had talked about all those guys there on the defense and the quickness and the speed that you have really kind of across the board. What's that really like to have that speed kind of at your arsenal? Maybe throw in some blitzes and throw in, does it allow you to add different wrinkles?
Yeah. When you're not very big, I guess you could say, all the way across the board on the defense side, we're not very big, but we play, fast, and you got to play fast. You got to be fast, and I think that one thing, it goes back to, those defensive guys, those coaches coaching them up and having them confident in what they're doing, not having to, second guess themselves or whatever. They're coached really well with all those guys that coach on the defensive side, and they believe in them and they believe in what they're doing. And when you can do that, you don't have to think. You can play a lot faster.
Right.
And I think that's where all 11 guys are on the defense side are at right now. They're just playing with a lot of confidence and continue to get better every week.
Right. You all forced a couple turnovers, got some interceptions, some scoop and scores, and Cutler, he got that tip from Fox. Was talking with Hicks before, and I said, man, I was waiting to see if he's going to return it or not.
You could hear him screaming at the bottom of the pile. You could hear him screaming. I'm glad he didn't score because he may have punted the football out of the back of the end zone or something. No, it was a heck of a play. I was glad to see him get it. He was excited, and we were excited for him.
Yeah. Jumping over to your offense, Coach, y'all had 476 yards of offense, 80 through the air. I was telling Hunter, I think, last 3 weeks y'all passed for over 60 yards at least. It seems like. What's that kind of like? I mean, getting that offense, Noah and Matson, and even you guys in the backfield involved.
We know we got to advance and get back to War Memorial and to win our conference. We're going to have to put the ball in the air, and when we do, we're going to have to make those plays, and most of the time it's either a chain mover or a big play, and that's when we're throwing it. We usually see something that in the back end of the defense that they're giving us, and when you're running the ball successfully, those guys have got to be aggressive and got to be into the run game, the safeties, the corners, and any little slip up we feel like we can take advantage of. And having a guy on each side with Noah and Dakota who can, we feel like can go make a play against anybody really helps. And then Dylan and Rhett and Connor and both Connors, all 4 of them can catch the football. So, we feel good as long as we can protect it. We've continued to work on that, and we're getting more confident with it every week. And Jace is making some good throws, good decisions, and I think you'll just see that develop more and more as we go.
Right. As you mentioned last week, getting to have JJ Redmond come back, just adding that experience of 15 starts back to your line, that kind of adds some more depth to you.
Absolutely.
You've had some other guys step up and play.
Right.
Just kind of talk about that, adding a little bit more depth to your offensive line.
Yeah, it's always great to have that. We feel like we got, 7 guys 8, 7. We lost one today. Cody Smith broke his leg today in practice. So, we feel like we got 7 guys that can step in there and do what we need them to do. So that's always good to have for sure. Ideally, we'd like to have 5 guys on that offensive side and 3 guys on the defensive side and just be one-way guys. But we try to find a good rotation where we can kind of keep them fresh and that way they can play at a high level.
Jumping to this week, going to Hackett. Last time we went over there was a 75, 44, 45 game.
Yeah.
Just a offensive. I think we had 2 guys over 200 yards, and it was something. We expect that this week, or hopefully we'll shut them down.
I sure hope not.
Yeah.
If we do, we're in trouble.
Right.
It was a crazy game that last time we were over there.
Yeah.
They, of course, every time they'd score, they'd onside kick it. So we were starting with a short field. And,
yeah.
It's just I don't think we're going to do that this time. I hope not anyway.
Right. What can we really expect from Hackett? Hunter talked about their quarterback and stuff, but what can we expect from him?
Arguably, he may be, one of the top 2 athletes in our conference. He's a really good track guy. He's, I don't think quarterback's his natural position. I think they'd really like to throw it to him, get him out on the edge like they've done the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Let him run the ball some, but he's done a really good job at quarterback. And anytime you got an athlete like that that can just pull it down and run it, it's obviously concerning. But and he's got a couple good receivers he throws it to. So I figure you'll see him throwing it around, pulling it down and running it. We just got to be, where we're supposed to be. And when we get a chance to hit him, we need to hit him.
Yeah. What can we expect from you guys this week? I know I ask this every week, and I know the answer, but we're not going to expect you to go shotgun anytime soon, right?
No, probably not. That's what people who say that. When I think it was my first year as the offense coordinator.
Yeah.
We threw it 32 times against Paris in 2015, and I think we were 23 of 32 for 127 yards, if that tells you anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and we threw it a lot that year. We threw it a lot the last year, and we were in the gun a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just if we need to, we have some packages where we can get into that if we need to. So a lot of people give us a hard time, but we do actually have some of that stuff in there.
Right.
But we, when we spend so much time doing what we're doing, trying to get good and perfect what we're doing, you can't really be good at that stuff too.
Yeah.
And so we just try to not make it too hard, not make it too complicated. Just go out there and be good at what we do.
Right.
Yeah.
And I like that. It's kind of like Hunter said, we're just going to go out there and we're just going to demoralize you.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the mindset.
That is the mindset, and those kids believe that too. They buy in from the get-go. It's going to be hard-nosed football. It's going to be controlling the clock and playing good defense and trying not to turn the ball over. And that's something we, minus the interception last week, we've slowly eliminated putting the ball on the ground, which has been a big point of emphasis in practice. So, you can't turn the ball. If you're going to run the football, you can't put the ball on the ground. So we got to continue to do better with that. If we do that, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think so. And, changing gears just a hair, and then we'll get you out of here. Practice and stuff, you guys are always going hard and, talking about last week, the big hits and stuff. But practice ain't just the only time. Like, y'all do stuff outside of practice, like especially in the off season and stuff. Kind of walk me through that. I mean, what's that like getting to build that chemistry with the players doing that, and then y'all with the players?
Yeah, it's awesome. We're around them from August to August. Minus the 2 weeks they're off or 3 weeks they're off in July. For the dead weeks, we're around them just probably just as much as their parents in some cases. So you got to try to keep it fun. You got to do things away from here, and our boot camp that we have during fall camp has been great, and we really get to see the kids away. We don't really do football stuff, we just get up here and hang out and do some team bonding, team building stuff, and and our kids do a lot of things in the community. So we just want them to understand how important our community is to us, and they really do. Sometimes they may take it for granted because it's just always people helping here, people doing this and doing that, and but if you ask any of them in there, they're very, very grateful, and that's one of the things that just make being here so special.
Right.
And also having 4 guys in that coach's office that played here is a really big deal.
Right.
You don't get that a lot of places. 4 out of the 6 coaches here played here and understand what it's about, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons we continue to have success, because they instill all the traditions and the everything into the kids that we have. And I really believe, I think that's probably the common, or the thing that makes us so successful.
Right.
Is those 4 guys in there do a tremendous job of doing that.
A couple more questions, Coach, and then we'll get you out of here. What would you say to maybe a college coach or someone that was thinking about recruiting your guys? What was something? Why recruit a Bearcat? Why recruit one of these guys?
Yeah, they're going to play hard, for sure. And I feel like they're going to be coached well, fundamentally, and they're going to understand the game. They may not always make the best decisions sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's just kids being kids, But I think, they're going to go out there and give you everything they have. And, there's not any quit in any of these guys. So
Yeah.
that's something that I would want on my team, is somebody that's always going to give you what they have. And, I think I don't think there's a kid in there that cares about how many yards they have rushing or anything like that. They're very excited for their teammates, and
Yeah.
they just want to win football games, and I think that speaks to a lot of their character in there. It's really good.
Right. Last question, and then we'll let you go, Coach. But what's something you've learned over coaching, your years of coaching, and then maybe some advice you'd give to some of your students now? Always asking with kids for the future, but maybe some advice you've learned that maybe helped you over the years that you'd let you guys know now.
Yeah, I think one of the best things I've learned is not to concern yourself, or worry about what other people think about you.
Yeah.
You got to trust what you're doing. We know what we're doing. We have a lot of confidence in that. In anything you do, just be confident, and trust that you're doing what's best for whoever you're around. And there's always going to be people that say things and criticize you, and
Right.
that's okay. It's just part of it. It makes you stronger, and makes you a better person. So I think that's one of the things that as a younger coach and a younger player, you can see, you sometimes get caught up in things like that, and then the older you get, you start to realize, that most of those people don't have a clue anyway. So,
Right.
I mean, don't worry yourself and lose sleep over what people say and think about you, and just trust that, you're doing what's best for everybody around you, and have fun doing it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Coach. Unless you got anything else you want to add in
that's
there.
it, man. Appreciate you guys as always.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Hey, y'all come out and support these guys Friday night at Hackett, 7 o'clock, week 2 of conference. Hey, it's the real season, as some people say, start
Yeah.
getting ready for the playoffs and all that. But come out and support them, and we'll see you folks then.
I mean, appreciate it.
Appreciate it.